say not to sweat the small stuff, but I sweat it. I profusely sweat it. And I sweat the small stuff because I worry every little thing I'm doing might be wrong. We all struggle to put our best foot forward in unfamiliar situations, but for me, it's sometimes all I can think about. I'm a high self-monitor, and because of that, I work hard to connect with people, but I oftentimes overthink every last detail. I'm like a slightly older yet still functioning iPhone model, like a white iPhone 5C right when the battery life gets to like 10%. And these phones weren't equipped to deal with the connection speeds we have today. There's less storage for photos, music, and videos, and it's the old charging port before the lightning, so it takes like 20 minutes for the phone to finally turn back on after losing a charge. On top of that, the phone dies at like 8%, so you think you have time to make a quick phone call or send another text message, but then the phone just dies right then, and you're like, what the fuck? So much like me trying to make new friends and an iPhone 5C, it requires a lot of investment and a lot of energy to keep these connections going. Okay, so last year, when I was rushing the sorority Royal Lady Nights, one of my frequent thoughts was, I'm forced to go to all these social situations with people that I don't feel comfortable with. And there's like 80 girls who want to get into this sorority. In the back of your head, you know only 15 are going to get accepted. So you want to be ambitious, you want to be unique, and you want to stand out from the rest. So one particular event called G Sessions, it's a really informal event. You just go around and answer a series of icebreaker questions. And the questions range from like, what's your favorite TV show, favorite alcoholic or non-alcoholic beverage. And one of the harder questions that I was asked was, what's your guilty pleasure? So once when I was asked this, my mind immediately raced for the best answer. I was like, should I be basic? Should I be like, oh, I watch a lot of Netflix? Should I be relatable? I could finish a whole pizza on my own. Should I be like, I smoke a lot of weed? But then I was like, I don't want to reveal that much about myself. So all the 6 girls in the room answered before me, and finally it's my turn. And I was so nervous that I just blurted out the first thing that came to my mind, and I was like, I masturbate all the time. So I got a few awkward laughs, but the girl who asked me the question, she was like, that's not really a guilty pleasure. And I was like, you're right, it's not guilty, but it is naughty. So in an attempt to think of the best answer, I ended up just sharing the most embarrassing thing I could have said about myself. So I do have a tendency to sweat the small stuff, but I will say it's better to overthink than to